This is a video made by JoCat, okay? JoCat is an amazing YouTuber and a Final Fantasy XIV content creator, among other things. He has written the entire A Crap Guide to X in FF14, you know? Every single video I've watched by him, every single A Crap Guide to X in FF14, I've laughed my ass off, you know? And now, it's time for me to watch this. Also, JoCat made the request on his tweet. He made a tweet asking something from people. He said that if there is an ad in the video, please don't skip it, because it's not an ad made by some sponsor or something, but it's made out of people that actually want to pursue their dreams. You know? So if there is an ad in this video, we're actually going to watch it.
Everyone always says you should be a team player, but honestly, I've always felt like the best way to help the team is by crushing whatever obstacle that's in the way with my heavily toned squat receipts. So that's
Yep,
it. No more playing for anybody
that
else.
works.
Play for...
That's how you do. That's how you play melee. That's how you play any DPS. You know, like, I'm helping, how? Bam! Just shoot him in the face. Done, you know?
For me, baby. Any reason the raid wipes from now on is no longer my fault. I only exist to make big numbers fly towards the screen and watch my skill bar light up like a Christmas tree at a rave party. And you bet your precious patoot the progress preventers will be promptly pounded because this potent projector of pain...
How did we get from this guy? I mean...
Pounded because this potent projector of...
Yeah. This is not the FF14 player. This is not the FF14 player.
Pain will be...
This is the FF14 player.
Peppering those beasties until your pack is paved with enough resulting pellets that every peddler will pray to be pampered by a more palatable pacifist. Welcome to A Crap Guide to Final Fantasy.
Maybe it's not a wise choice to watch this video while drinking milk and eating. Lactose-free milk, by the way.
Like being the king of capitalism, because the way you play, taking care of others, is for bitches. Pay no attention to anybody else's well-being unless it directly affects you, and so long as you're alive and safe, you can act like anything bad that happens around you is probably not your fault.
Yep, no, fuck them, fuck them. As a melee DPS, your only job is to look at the boss's ass. And occasionally, the boss's side. So you go ass, side, ass, side, ass, side. And if someone dies, it's their fault. Fuck them.
Power instead will be put towards what really matters, your complicated as shit damage rotation. That's right, step aside tanks 1, 2, 3 and healers 2 damage buttons. These are where the big guys and gals play.
Yep, and allow me to explain why. If a melee moves out, like if you have this shit, like, okay, let's say that I am a melee and I have this shit on me, like I need to move out. I shouldn't move out. Everyone else around me should move, because like other melees can go to this side while I go to this side, and that's it. Problem solved, you know? Or I need to go back and have the melees like, okay, the other melee don't go to the front, but I don't move. The other people move. You know, yeah, Giga Chad melee DPS, exactly.
Or at least that's what they like to tell themselves, since one of the only party utilities they have to worry about is pressing the faint button once in a blue moon. Their hotbar will more often have dozens of buttons, all dedicated to big damage.
Yeah.
DPS is the most important person in the party, as you are the one on the front lines inspecting the bad guy's anus like it's where all the Hrothgar hats are hiding. While
Exactly, yep. Right there, right in the ass. Right in the ass. That's how you do it as a melee. If the boss doesn't have this face when you're behind it, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, exactly. Right in the ass.
Hiding while avoiding the enemy's sprays of hot, poisonous gamer stink. Not only are you going to be up in their grill, turning their cheeks into a ripe tomato while flip-flopping in and out of danger like you're a politician making pancakes, you're also going to make like an adult film star and learn.
Hey, I'm a king and I'm eating pancakes. What's your language?
Positionals! Certain attacks in your damage rotation will require you to land them in specific areas around the...
Yep, flank. By the way, for those of you that don't know, flank is the side. From the side. I thought that the flank was behind him. I was wrong. It's the side.
The enemy target, specifically the rear and the flank, in order to deal additional damage. How do you tell where those positions are? By the massive disembodied...
And the way I understood that it's the side instead of the behind... It was actually Final Fantasy XIV that taught me that. No, you laugh, but it was actually Final Fantasy XIV until I started playing FF14. Because I read flank and I'm like, okay, I need to do it from behind. And then I read rear and I'm like, but if it's the rear and the flank, it doesn't make sense for them to use different words. Like if it means behind and he says rear for behind, it doesn't make sense to use flank for behind if he has already established that rear is for behind. So flank is something else. And I'm like, If he uses rear for behind, he would use front for in front. So what is flank? Side. That's how literally just Final Fantasy XIV teaching me English. Like Japanese people who suck at English teaching me English.
Body titty underneath the target. See this nipple? That's the front where the tank will be sucking on the sweet
Yep.
cookies that are tank busters. Which obviously means this conspicuous ticulus on the opposite end is the rear. What about the flank? That'll be on either side of the enemy.
Yep.
And if you're ever confused as to where each area begins and ends, a useful tip on how to tell is imagine there's a big X dividing each of the quadrants. Or you could just press true north and pretend positionals don't exist like it's an embarrassing memory of that time.
I want to make sure something is heard. You need to always be on the right side. Never be here. You're always on the right side, and if you get the mechanic that you fuck off, you can go to the left side, you know? Or the other melee can go to the left side. But never be on the left side. Like, always be in front and right, or in front and left. Like, one of the sides should be always empty if you want to do maximum raid. Like, this is World of Warcraft, okay? For me, this is World of Warcraft calculating, you know? You either always rear, or if you're in the flanks, you need to be on one side. Because, like, let's say that the boss has a rotating tactic, you know, that you need to rotate. You need to be on the rear and go this way, you know? Or go this way, not go both ways. So, like, there are some bosses in Castle Nathria, like Council of Blood, okay? That they give you a buff, that's debuff, sorry, that some people need to fuck off. And where they fuck off, they fart some period stains on the ground, which kill other people. So what they do is the guys with the period stains go left, go right, and the people that did not have the debuff go left. So what happens is like this. The boss spins, of course. You know, like they go this way. Actually, they don't even reach in front of the boss. They just go like this. And they stop right there and then return to their position. You know? That's how it works. And no one gets hit. So always be on one of the two flank sides. Okay? Let's keep going.
Dividing each of the quadrants. Or you could just press true north and pretend positionals don't exist like it's an embarrassing memory that...
I've done that. I was like, what way is the boss facing? And it was just... Final Fantasy XIV is so sparkly that you cannot literally just know what's happening, you know? So what I did, I was... Sometimes when I have two stacks of true north, I just click true north and just pretend that we gives a fuck.
Time you did the Gangnam Style at school, unironically. The only time it isn't the case is when the enemy has a full ring without an opening, in which case you won't have to worry about any of that guff and you can just sit there like an off-tank who's actually having fun. Otherwise, between hopping back and forth in these two spots and running around catching up to the boss whenever the tank feels like doing cardio, your little wall's legs are gonna get so much working out that they'll be thick as the milk from the teats of a whale made of molasses. Which is to say, expect to move. A lot.
No! Nah. Moving is bad. Moving is bad. As a melee... I mean, you can move, but you can move only around the boss. That's because we have full spell effects. Yeah. See, you know that you can lower this. You know that. I, on the other hand, a World of Warcraft nerd, did not know that I could lower that. You guys taught me that I could lower that. I didn't know. You know, F14 rating very different. I mean, look. The melee can move up until the point they can hit they can just barely hit the boss. Like if the boss is here, the hitbox is there, the melee can be up to here. Like you never need to miss an auto attack. You never miss an auto attack. If you miss an auto attack, you're dog shit. Like you're dog shit at the game. Like, you know. What is the most important job in a raid? Is it the DPS? Is it the tanking? Is it the healer? No. It's only DPS. Only DPS. Because no matter how tanky your tank is, and no matter how good of a healer your healer is, if the boss doesn't die, you die. You know, like, at some point, you will die. Even if the boss doesn't have a berserk mechanic, you will die out of boredom. DPS is the most important job. You know? Well, can move in and out of ranges melee so long as it's time with your GCDs. Nah. Because you lose an auto attack. You lose an auto attack. You cannot lose an auto attack. Let's go to who GCDs are reductions of her shorter than all the spells. I have to learn that intimately. Yep. So you get you get what I mean, right? And no, you don't move out. You never move out. Never move out. You always need to do smack.
For a position or the boss is far away. Just remember the old adage. Always be
ABC. ABC, always. ABC, always be casting. True.
Even if you're
Your worst enemy is downtime. I don't think auto tanks are very important, even in the highest level. Really? Really? You say that? Dude, I am in a caster right now. I am in a caster right now. Otherwise, I would fucking show you how not true this is.
Able to land your positionals.
And even if wait, let's go with what you say. Okay, let's say that even if I give this, okay, even if auto attacks are dogshit, even if they do 0.5% of your damage, why would you lose 0.5% of your damage when you can just not lose 0.5%? What if you are to lose 0.1% of your damage? Why would you sacrifice 0.1% of your damage? You know, when you never leave the boss. Poke, poke, stab, stab, schmackety, schmackety, schmackadoo. That's how you do it.
The boss is too far away to make a melee attack. Be sure to always be pressing your buttons no matter what. Unless
see, this guy did it correct. See, look, he's out. He cannot be in. He cannot be in, okay? He cannot be in because of mechanics. So the melee ones are going to explode, but he's out. Look at what he's doing. He's like, Hitus Maximus. He's gonna throw a fucking... Yep. He did 3k damage. Do you know what that is? It's nothing. But it's 3k more than the nothing he would do.
Melee attack, be sure to always be pressing your buttons.
There we go.
What? Unless you're a monk who has no ranged attack and you have to sit there thinking about how your job will inevitably be reworked.
Wait, is this true? Is this true? Do monks actually not have a single range? I've never checked. I've never checked on my monk. But do monks literally not have a single one ranged ability?
Yet again in the next patch. However, there is another secret epic gamer option that allows you...
Yeah, monk built other stuff whether at range. Oh yeah, they do the chakra thing. Yeah, true. However, there is another secret.
Maximize the DPS you output at the risk of yourself as well as potentially everybody else. But
Yes.
it's usually the healers. This technique is called greed. The funny thing about AoE markers in Final Fantasy XIV is that they only ever mark you for damage if you are standing in them the moment they go away. This means that if you're fast on your fingers, you can stand there DPSing the bad guy while soaking in their radioactive orange juice until the very last second where you backflip out just as the dropkick of doom.
Yeah, exactly. This is how you're supposed to do this. Never have downtime. However, the problem here is that this motherfucker right here is a Dragoon. Now, why is that the problem? What do Dragoons do in Final Fantasy XIV? They lock you into a place. So here's what the problem is.
In their radioactive orange juice until
Hold
the
up.
very last second where you backflip out.
Now, what if the explosion goes away while you are up here right outside the circle? It will count as if you were in here because you have not landed yet. So the game will not actually process this part, okay? Yeah, you do. You lose one auto attack. Like this is downtime. This is downtime. No matter what you do, this is downtime. But what I'm saying is that right now, this guy, if the explosion happens now, this guy is fucked. This guy is dead because the game considers him here, not where he's gonna land, which is here, you know? So, I think that FF14 needs to address this. Because, like, in World of Warcraft, if you are on the gateway, well, let's say an explosion happens in WoW, like this, you know? Like, let me show you. Like this, okay? And you take the Warlock gateway and you move out. The moment you are here, you're safe. The game no longer registers you as being in there, but the game registers you as being out there, you know? Yeah, I know you're not. I'm just saying like something that FF14 has that would be best not to be had, you know?
Just as the dropkick of doom skims your fuzzy anime hairs and you don't lose a second of uptime.
You lose the auto attack. There is no way you don't lose an auto attack unless you time it with the GCD and the auto attack. Like unless those two things co-align, you will lose one of the two things.
I said, however, this is a high risk.
Yes.
If your timing is off and you spend just a millisecond too long, you'll be
Dead.
covered in cheese puffs.
Yep, exactly.
You might even die, or in some cases, you'll have to suffer a fate worse than having to read the entire
Auto attack is closer to Vanilla's woes than retail. It felt slow. Oh, okay.
24-hour chat log of Limsa. Damage down.
Ooh.
It's okay. Nobody's gonna take away your big damage numbers. Papa's here to make sure you don't greed too hard if you're not ready, okay? Okay. As the melee DPS, you
Dude, okay, alright. That kiss was adorable. Look at this.
make sure you don't greed too hard if you're not ready, okay? Okay.
Dude, why can't we have this? Why can't we have more of this in the games? Look at this love. Love your DPSs. And DPSs love your healers. And healers love your tanks. Let all the love go out, you know? All the love, dude. Because, like, you know how I consider the DPS? Let's say we're doing an arena in WoW, PvP. DPS is that he's the Sir Molds-a-lot, you know? You need to keep your healer happy. But when you're in combat, you're like, you guys see me, you fucking piece of shit. No, look at this fucking clown. Look at this fucking dog shit. What he's doing, you know? And immediately the arena is over and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're good. But when the fight is happening, you need to feel the hate. You need to... One second. I'm gonna show you what you need, okay? I'm gonna show you what you need. You need to go dark side, okay? When you're doing DPS, when you're playing a DPS in any MMO, you need to be in the dark side. You need to let the hate flow over you, dude, you know? So, like, you go there, you fight the enemy, and when you're on the fight, you become the most toxic piece of shit. You're like, fuck you. I will do all the damage, all the damage, all the damage. And the fight is over, and... Calm. Back to light. My cat is smelling the Darth Vader mask. Back to light. Calm, relaxing, thanking your healers, taking the tanks, hoping you get loot. But it doesn't really matter, does it? The boss is dead, you know? You do your job. Then the next boss comes. And the moment, like... Okay, so it's DBM pool, right? 5, 4, 3, 2. Someone pre-pulls. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. You destroyed my pool. You know, like, this is how it happens. This is how it goes. You know, like, you go from non-toxic, from zero toxic to full toxic. And you always love the healers. Like, when the game is over, you suddenly go, you know, the arena or the raid boss, you suddenly go from this fucking piece of shit to just the best guy ever. Like, dude, you know what? This guy did a lot of healing, you know? Yeah, that's a good healer, yeah. Thanks for keeping me alive, man. I know I stood in shit. If the healer flames you, though, like, here's the difference, okay? The healer tells you, man, stop standing in shit, you're in fight, mid-fight. And you're like, dude, I'm doing my maximum damage, fuck you. After the fight, same DPS. I'm sorry. I know I got a stack, like, I'm really sorry. I should not have gotten a vulnerability stack, man. And Final Fantasy XIV did it very correctly. Like, instead from changing from vulnerability stacks, which would blame the healer, they did it so you do less damage. Damage down. This is... The guy that thought of this is the best. Because, like, it incentivizes DPSs to do the tactics correctly. And if they don't, they only have themselves to blame. No healer blame. This is like... FF14, man. Best mindset. Let's go.
As the melee DPS, you also have first dibs on limit break against most bosses since yours deals the most damage, specifically when they're single. This is because when you hit the limit break button, you're not actually attacking them. Just
Hold up. I just want to make sure that it is known. Nothing competes against the Reaper, okay? Let's just watch bottom right, the Reaper.
Deals the most damage, specifically when they're single. This is because when you hit the limit break button, you're not actually attacking them.
Wow, all this darkness, dude.
And nothing hurts more than emotional damage. Just ask Ariane.
Emotional damage.
But what are the individual jobs whom of which Mayleith said up-close slappers to thine adversaries? There are 5 and each one is a different flavor of anime and edge. Monk, for those of you who want to go fast, having one of the shortest global cooldowns in the game means you'll be dealing out punches like you're a pissed-off caterer in middle school sock hop. Instead of the traditional combos, each attack puts you in a specific stance.
Moan Breeder. Yes, Moan Breeder. I agree, yeah, it was a tough moment, man.
Bird, cat, and monkey. Each one combos into another attack that benefits from each respective stance. Your rotation will be all about swapping stances around more than a kid trying sick moves to impress their crush at a middle school sock hop. You also have perfect balance, which allows you to go freestyle and pick whichever stance you're feeling more at the moment without having to do any of the normal stance setup. If you repeat the same stance 3 times during your freestyle, you get a purple token on your stylish moves punch card. And if you do 3 different stances during the freestyle, you get a white one. Do a freestyle with 3 unique moves one more time.
Oh, we got a follow, dude. Thank you. Bacchus... IFXRJ. Okay, I can't read your name. I will call you Biggest Dickus because your name, I don't know, like, okay, I'll call you Biggest Dickus because I want. Welcome to the King Shiny Army. You get a flex. Thanks for the follow. Let's keep going.
While you have both a purple and white tokens on your punch card, and you get to turn it in to make your crush dripping wet with damage because for some reason you get to kick them in the face. The only problem is...
Right. Okay, I'ma say something. You play a monk in a video game, you're a fucking stupid guy. Like... I'ma show you guys something. You get the choice to be this guy. Hold on. This guy. this guy, or this guy, or even a Death Knight, you know? Even this guy. And you decide to feast your enemy. Now that's gay, and it's not only that it's gay, maybe you're okay with this, maybe you like some feasting, you know? It's fucking weak. Like, the guy's gonna come here with his fucking sword and axe of doom, and he's gonna be smacking at you, he's gonna be a fucking animal, biting at your fucking face, he's gonna be an assassin killing you, he's gonna be a priest. Okay, this is not even a cool priest. If I show you guys Shadow Priest, you guys are gonna lose your shit, you know? Monk was based, I like the guy who can break gods with his... Dude. Like, this is a fantasy game. You have the choice to become a fucking panther, you know? And you're telling me that instead of being a fucking panther, you're gonna become this guy. Keymonster, I like the healer Keymonster. Yeah, the healer, Woe's healer, really. So you like killing people with farts, because that's what a mist is, okay? I take a fart in a room with cold temperature, hot air comes out, it shows like a fucking mist. So you're farting at people's face and you're happy, you know? And as a tank, you enjoy that as a fucking tank. What do tanks do? What does Brewmaster do? He gets drunk. Like, come on, dude. I want to breathe on fire on people after soaking them. If you want to breathe fire, check this out. This is how you breathe fire. Eh? Storm, Earth, Wind, and Fire is the coolest ability in the game. It's the most bugged ability in the game, unironically. But we're talking about Final Fantasy XIV, though I did make my point. Like, if you want to be like, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to play, and instead of being like something like this, you decide to go and feast your enemy? I mean, come on, dude, like, you know. Alright. But monks literally spit fire. Come on, man. You can do Dragon Breath, and you can burp. Because, like, you know how Breath of Fire happens? It's because you're so fucking drunk that you put fire in front of your mouth and you burp, and it comes out like a fire. It's like, do you know the concept of a fire fart? Like, when you put the, you know, you put a lighter behind your ass, and then you fart, and you do a fire fart. Monks do a fire burp. Like, come on.
You are the only melee.
Which is a staff class, not a fist class. I don't know, man. I'm here for the... Maybe. Remember Chang in the mob trailer rather than a punchy boy. Yeah, but still, you're just this guy with a stick. Why would you wanna be this guy with a stick when you can be the guy with the sword? Or you can be the guy with the magic, you know? That's what I'm saying.
Without a ranged attack to keep your uptime. And although you do have a dash that lets you zip around like Goku on a triple shot Ristretto down blend macchiato, if ever you find yourself without a target to punch during combat, you can call timeout on your buffs so they stop moving while you have a little cry because your crush rejected you at the middle school sock hop. Dragoon is probably the most straightforward of the melee classes.
Now this is a Chad. Now Dragoon is a Chad. Not because you killed dragons and you went from killing dragons to befriending dragons and playing with dragons and being friends with dragons. Not just that. Okay? But because you have a massive, thick, throbbing, veiny polearm. You know? Like, Dragoon is like the epitome of a half big dick. You know? Like, okay, and the epitome of dies to mechanics. But he does show you the length of his stick.
Than the one most likely to have a tragic backstory. You've got a 5-button combo that swaps between hard slaps and Sakura flies.
Look at this.
A handful of buffs that will turn anybody else in the party into your partner in dragon slaying. What kind of dragon slaying? That's up for you to decide, which you'll have plenty of time to do while you're suspended 20.
Hold up. I need to see if I saw correctly.
What kind of dragon slaying? That's up for you.
Yeah, I did see correctly. See, this emoji right here. That's some ooh shit, man.
You to decide, which you'll have plenty of time to do while you're suspended 20 moms in the air dropping in like a scantily clad human airstrike who's got a date with Nidhogg at 5 and a party at the quicksand at 6. Yes, the Matanga in the room. Dragoon has several damage-dealing jumps necessary to unlocking special attacks in their rotation that will lock you into an animation, which means you're stuck and unable to...
Wait, it's called wait, it actually has a name? I thought it was just this weird-ass meme. What Lenny? Is it Lenny from, from Shark Hunter, Shark Baiter. I don't remember the name. You know, the shark. Lenny was it Lenny the shark who was trying to appear as a dolphin?
Jumps necessary to unlocking special
It's not. Okay.
attacks in their rotation that will lock you into an
Just call Lenny face. Okay, sure.
animation, which means you're stuck and unable to move out of your location while the boss is just about ready to piss all over the floor right before you land. So be
And
wary
that's
when
the
using
problem
that
with
jump.
Dragoon.
Fling yourself right into a danger puddle and perpetuate the tired singular joke the 14 community has for the class. On the bright side though, you do get the objectively best job mentor in the form of
Yes. Yup.
Ninja is great for people who enjoy American football because for every 10 seconds of
Dragoon reworks soon. Yup. And I cannot wait. I can't wait.
excitement, there's a minute of fuck all. Your rotation is all about
What?
Great for people who enjoy American football because for every 10 seconds of excitement, there's a minute of fuck all. Your rotation is all about
Wait, is this true? Is it true that Ninja has a 10-second of exciting shit and then nothing?
every goddamn cooldown you can into a small window of time where you make the enemy take more damage. And on top of that,
Oh yeah, because of the trick attack, which they changed. Yeah,
the
okay.
ability to live out every weeb's dream and do a bunch of hand gestures to cast magic attacks and also drop down into a low position and run with your arms flopping behind you in the breeze, which Final Fantasy objectively proves makes you go faster. You got 3 hand symbols, and depending on what order you do, you will make a different kind of anime reference. For example,
What is Hamtaro? Is very busy overall. I'd say okay. Highest APM. Wait, I thought Monk was highest APM. But yeah, the super busy time and chill. Okay.
going chi 10.
What?
You
Did.
got 3 hand symbols, and depending on what order you do, you will make a different.
Dude. Okay. Which one of you dipshits knows what this means? I know. I just want to check out if you guys know what this means. Which one of you dipshits knows what Lina inverse actually means? Because I'm going to show you. Nay? What about you, After Dawn? You don't know what it means? I can sense you typing in the keyboard, man. I can sense you typing. Lina Inverse was the Slayer from Dota 1. Lina Inverse. Dota 1. This is Lina Inverse. She had all these fire abilities, to be honest, you know? This is Lina Inverse. And, yes. And in Dota 2, they made her into this. Now, this guys right here is what in the gamer world we refer to OG Mama. Or what the person like to call damn. Damn, that's good. So, yeah, you guys get the concept of what he's trying to say. He's probably talking about the fact when you throw the AoE fire on the enemy. But, yeah, that's what the Lina Inverse means. Hi, Blood Elf Mage Lady. Dude, don't we all, dude? She's a human, though. She's human. She's 100% human, okay? She's human. Not an elf. She's a human. And, dude... Dude, you know what? I'm gonna. Okay, I never do this. I never do this from my account, from my you know, King Shiny account. I'ma like this video. I'ma like this video just because of that. I'm gonna subscribe to this guy, just because of this reference. Never before have I seen someone do a reference like this. Never.
Kind of anime
Actually, long overdone, man.
reference. For example,
Not the floating source. Okay, yeah, but I'm talking about this one. The Lina Inverse was a human. It is a human, you know. The character from Dota was actually based off an old anime, on which the name, with the spell... Really? I mean, if you wanted to go for anime references, what's the name of that woman from, that goes like, Echo Civilization, and you know, just fucking... What was that name? Mage... what's the name? It's with Megumin. Yeah, exactly, Megumin, you know? That character, that's what he would type here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm pulling shit off my ass, but it felt like he's playing some, you know, Dota, he's doing a Dota 1 reference.
example, going Chi Tenjin Tenjin Chi Chijin unlocks the secret dark ending of Cory in the house and causes the enemy to be susceptible to bonus damage. But
What? Wait, what? Hold up.
Unlocks the secret dark ending of Cory. Like a different kind of anime reference. For example, going Chi Tenjin Tenjin Chi Chijin unlocks...
This is not a word. You can't just come here and say and you expect that they understand it, you know? Though she's basically, yeah, true. That she's
the dark ending of Cory in the house and causes the enemy to be susceptible to bonus damage. But maybe you're facing a mob of enemies who are immune to A-rank powered life forms, so you'll instead have to go Tenjin Jin Chi Jin Chi Jin Tenchi Jin Tenchi.
This guy is speaking the language of gods. I will let him complete this part of the video without interrupting him. For my mind cannot possibly comprehend that.
For 3 seasons of Sonic Underground, which will kick sand into their eyes with how fast they'll be running circles around the slowpokes. More or less, you'll have to do some studying up on what combos do what, but here's a secret cheat sheet.
Only the final mudra in the sequence matters.
What? Wait, what? Really? Holy shit, no way.
Cheat sheet.
Only the
no way.
Final mudra in the sequence matters.
Oh my god, dude.
Skill floor police, cheese it! Samurai, the
Wait.
skill floor police, cheese it!
Did he become? Yup, he became a log.
Samurai, the job most likely to have a dick measuring contest.
This is the best job. Thematically, I love Reapers. But dude, have you listened to Samurai's sound when they're doing damage? Like, it's so fucking clean. Like, Samurai, how clean it sounds. It's like, it sounds shiniest than my, not right now, because I haven't shaved it. It's still shiny, but I haven't shaved it. Like, my freshly shaped head is less, okay, it's not less. It's about the same, it has about the same brightness as the Samurai cleanness, you know? Yup, yes, exact. It feels so good. And I hope they give us Kaiten back, because to do the, oh buddy, and cutscene and just fucking destroy the guy, you know?
With a black mage. I'd be careful though, their dad works at Square Enix. This weeb is the most selfish of the melees as it provides no utility for the rest of the party and instead acts like the average soccer player, focusing on being the star of the show who gets all the attention, especially when it drops to the floor clutching its knee when somebody sneezes on them. Your attacks contribute to a kink bar, which allows you to shame the enemy in a variety of ways, as your katana is also a substitute for a horny bat. So you remember how the
what
has a punch card.
Wait. Why did we be delivering shit out of the paladin?
A variety of ways, as your katana is also.
Oh, so we have the simp looking at Merlwib, and then he's actually there is a like I want to guys how do you put this gently, like, you know why I like Merlwib? Like, I believe that Merlwib is a very highly sophisticated person. Like, her heart and her personality is like unparalleled. Like, she has very beautiful eyes, and they are staring directly towards you. And like, all I'm saying is that I can understand why this particular gentleman has fallen in love with such a truly majestic person.
Also a substitute for a horny bat. So you remember how the monk has a punch card? Well, so do you, except yours is your sword and the punches are stickers. You have 3
exactly
combos, each one giving you a slight buff and slapping a sticker onto your katana. And depending on how many stickers you have, you will get one of 3 different rewards when you turn in your sticker sheet. With one sticker, you'll apply a dot that'll last longer than it takes to clean your room. Don't lie to me.
We never do this. You never do this dot. Like, you never do this dot in any time other than a fucking raid boss. You never, like, the boss always dies before this dot expires, so it's dog shit.
Me, I know a majority of my audience has depression. 2 stickers will charge up an AoE around you, and 3 stickers will make
that. This is why you play yeah. This is why you play Samurai. Just wait. Let it happen. We know what's happening. This moment is the best moment. Quiet. They focus. They get the swords, their hands on the blade. This is why you play Samurai. One of them dies. This is why you play Samurai. And this is why I'm so fucking pissed. I'm molding because they motherfuckers went and removed Kaiten, which you did Kaiten before you did this attack. So you felt the theme more. Like, now you're like, but then you were like, Kaiten, which made it feel like not but like, oh, I'ma get your fucking ass, you know? Like, this is how, like, you know. Exactly, it was perfect. It was fucking perfect. I don't know why they changed it, man. I know when my voice cracks.
So gives you an
Flourish in the middle. Exactly. They were like, we're gonna give you more overall. I don't want more overall damage. I play a samurai. I want to do the Hadouken moment. You know?
additional separate sticker. And once you have 3 of those, you get to do an additional.
Yes.
And finally, the Reaper, the transfer student from Garlemald who...
Now that... I still... Me too. It was F4. All 3 for me. Okay. I still believe... It is coming back. I think they said that it is coming back. I'm not sure if they actually... Like, maybe I'm pulling shit out of my ass, but I think that they said it's coming back. And in my opinion, it should come back. Like, every single samurai asked for it, you know? As for the Reapers... Dude. Billy, do you remember... when I saw the Dark Knight and I was like, do we have a DK DPS? Like, maybe you guys don't know this, but my favorite class in World of Warcraft thematically is a fucking Death Knight. So when I saw the Dark Knight in FF14, I started as a Black Mage, but I always wanted to play a Dark Knight and a Samurai. What I want to say though, look at how thematically awesome a Death Knight looks, you know? So I didn't want to tank, so I was like, okay, do we have a Dark Knight but as a DPS, you know? And Billy told me, no. And then they gave us this. Endwalker came and they gave us Reaper. And I lost my shit from the clean casting, you know? From the clean sounds, from the beautiful hue of blue paired with turquoise, to the red when you enshroud. Dude. Like, nothing to say. Nothing to say. And yeah, my DK is based a lot on Maldraxxus as well. And as for Thaumaturge, fuck that. So fucking slow. I would never level up Thaumaturge again. Like, it was my biggest mistake to start my character as a Thaumaturge.
Who got the rest to maul at the fact that they think they're better than the rest of the melees. Which I mean they are, but don't let any Reaper hear you say that. It'll go to their heads. Being the darkest and edgiest of melees means that your job gauge is the Dark Souls HUD. So
exactly. See?
The darkest and edgiest of melees means that your job...
This is the big dick. And this is the massive, throbbing, veiny dick. So you charge the big dick, and you do big dick abilities. Wait, no, I said them. Jesus Christ, that's a fail moment. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. This is the big dick, and that's the veiny, massive, throbbing dick. So what you do is you charge your big dick. You do like attack. Huh? Big dick. You do the attack of a big dick, and then you start charging the massive dick. So like, you go like, you start like this, and you're like, woo, sing, spend, you know, for the first one. Woo, sing, spend for the first one. After 5 spends, you go like, woo, sing, and when you do the final sing, you get this massive throbbing cock here. You know, and you're like, enshroud, boys! And just, you know, nothing else, just, that's what happens. Can't wait for you to see level 90 rotations. Reaper is fantastic. Reaper is already fantastic. Reaper is amazing.
Gauge is the Dark Souls HUD.
That's great. Yes, it does. Like, it's so fucking brutal, dude. Especially during a shroud. Slice, yes. Or it's just fucking epic.
Similar to the Samurai, you build up a bar that can be spent on big slaps. And those big slaps give you edgy boy points that can be spent on additional
Yes, you do
slaps.
feel them.
Except this time, they're coral blue number 5 semi-gloss lipstick. Once you've kissed enough boys to build up your fashion bar, you get to turn into a spooky ghost.
Look at this fucking spooker, you know? Like, that's what we need. Be playing some Final Fantasy 14, be turning into spookers, be killing people, man. The shadow of a Dark Knight. Epic. This moment, epic. Also, everyone, go watch this video and go click a like and subscribe. His character for Reaper. What is the character for Reaper? It's a Zayla. Because he knows that we're the best players in the game.
Into a spooky ghost. You do the slice. You do the spooky slice. The spooky slice. Now your swings have some spice. You do the slice. It's just your soul that's the price. You do the slice. You do the spooky slice. And now you know how to play Melee. You're welcome.
Yes. Yes. You do the slice and you do the spooky slice. And the more you do it, the better it feels. Because 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait, did he do it twice? No, that's it. 1 and 1, dude.
You do the slice. You do the spooky slice. And now you know how to play Melee. You're welcome. On the northern snow front of Ilsabad, the land was cold and the people scarred. They sought the void with a daring act and empowered themselves with the deviant pact. You do the slice. You do the spooky slice. The spooky slice. Now your swings have some spice. You do the slice. It's just your soul that's the price. You do the slice.